Howdy folks, I'm Colonel Sanders and you're not. I've been on the internet for 11 years and the last 4 years has been nothing but my family history that I've been sharing and trying to keep Uncle Harley's legacy alive and his memory alive, and for people to share their own stories too about him. Now recently, y'all saw on my video that I visit a Central City Kentucky Fried Chicken. In my video, I simply said that the food we received was slop. We were shortened on items that we paid for, and when we called to complain, we were shrugged off and just said, we'll put it in the books for you. And it was $64. Matter of fact, I'll read off the ticket for you. We got 10 minutes in this video. You got time. This is store number F569084. Ticket number 3919. We ordered a 16-piece meal, which was $44.19. It came with 4 breasts, 4 legs, 4 original thighs, 4 original wings, and the breast and legs were original recipe as well. 2 large coleslaws, 2 large mashed potatoes and gravy, and 8 biscuits. The biscuits were on par. Those were good. Then we ordered, for $6 extra, 2 sides extra. We had 2 sides of mashed potato extra, 2 sides of large coleslaw extra, and 6 biscuits extra. Biscuits were $4.49. City tax was $1.82. The regular tax was $3.75, and carryout was totaled at $66.25. Feedback or questions, kfc.com/contact. I did that. At the bottom of this receipt, it says, how are we doing? Let us know at www.kfclistens-usa.com. We appreciate your feedback. Your voice helps us improve the KFC experience. Survey responses accepted within 3 days of original purchase date. Thanks. Don't be a stranger. We received 4 original breasts, soggy. 4 original legs, soggy. 4 original thighs, soggy. 4 original wings, soggy. But that's not why I filed the complaint. Because I know that sitting in the bucket, the steam generates and the heat generates and it causes it to get soggy. We only received the first half of the sides. We were missing out on the large mashed potatoes and gravy and the coleslaw. We got the biscuits. My Lord, we got them biscuits and they were delicious. So we called to let them know that we didn't get those. No refund was offered for those. I never asked for a refund. I never asked for a free meal. I never asked for a replacement meal. I never asked for a refund. I only said a refund on those items. Well, when we were shrugged off on the phone, I made a video review, and that's what you all saw. And you saw what I saw. The food was slop, period. I don't care if the food was good yesterday to the next person. I don't care if it was good the next day. I don't care if it's good a week from now. I don't care if they fix everything. And for the next 10 years, they're a fantastic franchise. And I hope that happens, that they are a fantastic franchise, because anything with Kentucky Fried Chicken's name in it and my uncle's image and name in it, I would expect to be fantastic. But we were shrugged off, ignored, so I made the review, and I wasn't happy about it. But I also was not necessarily bashing, kind of bashing, but there were rumors that people were telling me in town that they don't use pressure fryers at that location. Well, the general manager did confirm to me that they use pressure fryers. So people running the mouth about no pressure fryers in a Kentucky Fried Chicken, just shut up. Unless you can see it yourself and you have proof of it, just shut up. This page has been about facts for the last 3 to 4 years. That's what we want. We want to get rid of the rumors. One of those rumors is that this location is not using a pressure cooker. They are. Now, my stepmother stood there in the lobby and watched them deep fry the chicken, pull it out, and put it in our bucket. That tells me, because my brother-in-law worked for Applebee's in the restaurant industry, and they would flash fry things to refry it to make it hot and crispy again. So that tells me they took the original pressure fried chicken that was sitting and deep fried it, if they put it in the deep fryer and took it out. Because we didn't order extra crispy. Extra crispy is to be deep fried, and original recipe is always to be pressure fried. So the rumor of them not using pressure cookers, out the door, they use pressure cookers. The GM came across my video, upset. We talked. I was upset. We talked, settled things. They said they'll make it right by us. Said that they'd give us a free meal, they'd refund us, and replace the items that were missing. And I accepted those terms. I really just wanted the apology and to understand what was going on, that it was like this. And quite frankly, just because I or anyone else is coming in to get things made right, should have been made right each and every time. I've seen enough complaints of people talking about this location and many more across Kentucky that a lot of folks want me to visit. Now, I don't represent the brand. I have no authority in the brand, but I do know what the good quality is supposed to be. So anyways, I made a video praising the service I got from the GM. But you shouldn't have to go through a Facebook page to talk to the personal account of the GM. You should be able to call into the restaurant, file your complaint, speak with the GM. Now, I'm not going to hold anything against the conversation we had because it was great that she reached out. That was good management on that part. But then when I received the notification that my post was shared on Facebook, and I check every notification when I get it, I saw the GM cussing, which is very unprofessional, about the other customers complaining. And as a manager, you got to bite your tongue. You cannot talk like that. That's very unprofessional and it's a misrepresentation of the brand. I'm sure that they don't want their brand represented that way by a manager. An employee is one thing, that's a different way of handling it, but a manager talking that way about the complaints being made. If you got a problem with people complaining about the quality of the store, then you need to evaluate what the problem is and figure out how to fix it. This GM has been a GM for 8 years. I have no doubt that they have the ability to do so. But then other comments under the GM's post were directly attacking me and my family legacy and what I do to uphold my family legacy, which I didn't appreciate, and she took the post down because of that. But the remains that that is how it was handled. I was told by the GM that QSR Value Food Services owns that franchise. They just recently bought it. And I was also reached out to by one of my franchisee friends in JRN that saw my video and heard about this situation, and I showed them what they said. They said that this location should be so grateful to have somebody like me point out the issues so that they could be fixed, rather than just be a normal customer and not file a complaint at all and just go somewhere else and not give the business again. All my friends within the KFC brand that take pride in what they do, they don't insult me or my family. They don't insult the customers. They take in every single complaint seriously. Now, if there's some that are just off hinge, obviously those get kind of pushed aside, less serious. But the serious ones, like what I've filed the complaint about, were missing items, the food wasn't good, and to add to that, the mashed potatoes weren't that great. They're very gritty. These are things that need to be taken seriously and fixed. If the employees don't do it and the manager doesn't do it, then the owners need to do it. And to all the people online that are saying that I'm going after this location and making all this drama about it, shut up. My uncle would throw a fit in the kitchen if he went in there and saw what it was today. Or when I went, not today, but when I went Sunday. He would have thrown a fit. And nobody was going to like him that day. I'm not going to be like that. But I will say that this was not good service. And the way that this was handled started off bad, kind of started to get good, and then went bad again. So my family will just drive the Corbin or another franchise where we're appreciated and other customers are appreciated and not talked about like that online. And again, not once in my video did you see me say anything inaccurate. You didn't see me say anything hateful. I just explained what it was. We talked about the rumor. That was inaccurate, and we proved that it was inaccurate. So again, people quit saying they don't use pressure cookers. They do. I've been in Kentucky Fried Chicken kitchens in the past. I understand it is insurance policy that nobody's allowed back there, but some folks have let me back there. And I was told I cannot see this kitchen, even though they'd love to give me a tour of it. I'd love to get the tour of each and every Kentucky Fried Chicken kitchen to show my followers just exactly how it's supposed to be done. But that behavior was very unprofessional. I didn't appreciate the comments that were made towards me and them. I didn't appreciate the comments that were made towards the other customers having the same complaints that I did. So I'm not trying to bash them. I'm trying to correct them. There's things wrong and they need to be fixed. This has been the first issue in 3 years that I've had with a Kentucky Fried Chicken. Other franchisees and managers seem to be on board with what I'm saying. They understand where I'm coming from. I want to see my uncle's chicken, served as my uncle's chicken to the best ability possible. And I don't want to see slop served, especially for $66.25. So I thank the manager for reaching out to me and us talking about and getting the apology. That's all I need. We will not be back.